That was smooth as butter, I think. It's a seamless transition there. Hi guys, gals, non-binary pals. That's a dog button, Mike's little camera portrait. My name's Andrew Otway, and tonight I am very pleased to be bringing you session 1 of That D&D Podcast Plays Genesys. And we're playing a fan-made creation which extends the rules for Genesys a little bit into a universe that I personally hold very, very near and dear to my heart, the Mass Effect universe. And I'll stop talking now and let other people introduce themselves, and I have to go put on a hoodie.
Yeah, wearing the uniform yet. Great.
Jack, you started talking.
Oh, no, I did. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Zach, and I will be playing someone whose name I have forgotten, but who is a big, stompy, half-elf Coruscari.
You, I believe, are Ashuru Mena.
Nope, that's me.
You are Vincesal Narasme.
No, that's definitely you.
Ushta.
I am Ushta.
Third time's a charm.
Got it in 3?
That's right.
The Asari chief science officer that doesn't actually know that much science, but is super, super uncool about how everyone else does their science. It should be great.
And biotics.
Yes, I'm okay biotics. I don't have whatever your character's name is level biotics. Sheru level biotics. Okay, that's me.
Hi, I'm Jordan. Tonight I'll be playing Ashura Mana, a Drell scientist who is going to a completely different area just for revenge, like all the way to Andromeda.
Because grudges are life.
Yeah.
Especially when we only have 20 years to live. I am Vincesal Narcena. I am a Quarian infiltrator, and you can't see me.
Yeah. So one of the first things we do in this game is we assemble the resource pool. What are they in Genesys? They're not fate points.
Story points.
Story points. I almost called them Dragon Balls because Mike is a bad influence. And since this is my first time actually running the game for real, I don't know how to generate story points.
We each just get one. And
Okay.
there's one per player.
Just one per player?
Yeah.
And none of them are mine?
Humans... No, they start out all ours, I believe.
Wow. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, they start out all ours. We get one per player. There's humans, baseline humans get an extra one to start with. I think.
Sure.
But yeah, I think that's how this works.
Racism.
I mean, they gotta have something going for them in the rules.
It's true.
Awesome.
It's true. They're
All
pretty
right.
sad otherwise.
So there's 3 story points which can be used to be dramatic. Be dramatic.
Dun, dun.
But otherwise, we've got some space, and there's a ship cruising along at a decent clip, definitely faster than light. There's been a few slingshot maneuvers to get everybody up to speed. We had a scene where Ushta met Christ on a bike. I can't remember all your space fantasy names. Asheru. Ushta met Asheru. And Ushta has a trusted new confidant, I believe is how more or less how that ended up.
Ushta was very, very deferential to Ushta. She appreciated that.
0 sass detected.
Vince Isel may have traumatized someone with perfect recall.
Yes.
Which probably won't go wrong.
No, and it's when pranking the pranker, it's always important to take one step beyond what was comfortable beforehand. That way.
Oh.
Hi.
Jordan, you have to say that out loud because I'm on a different view right now, and so no one else can
We
reach out.
are going to play Sass Effect.
I hope you're proud.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I don't remember this.
Now I'm thinking about Sass Effect Fields and Sass Effect Relays.
Yeah. Yep.
That's like white wine is a Sass Effect relay.
Well, Sass Effect Field. The white wine generates a Sass Effect Field, right? The Sass Effect Relay is when like the sass passes through a group of people.
Well, no, that's just your face then. Your face is the
Your
Sass
face
Effect
fest.
relay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, Jordan, this has legs. I like it.
God.
I
Okay.
figured none of us seem really respectful either.
Also, I started doing the back of the napkin math to figure out, like, if the IT crew are woken up every, 20 years or so for a 2-week shift for the rotation, how many people that would actually demand, and then quickly realized that if no one else bothered to do the math in Mass Effect Andromeda, I probably shouldn't either. So yeah, it's the ultimate result of that is we're just in line with the rest of the universe. It's drywall science fiction. It looks solid. Please don't lean on it. Did I just drop Discord? Oh no, there we go.
Nope, you're good.
Awesome. Cool. So with that sort of stuff, with our I guess like our in media res established, none of you know, but the ship is about to run into that weird dark energy stuff that's just entirely throughout the Helios cluster of the Andromeda galaxy, called the Scourge. And it just sort of wraps around planets like tendrils, and it doesn't seem to have too much rhyme or reason to it. But yeah, your ship's about to ram into it at speed. I'm assuming everybody's defrosted at this point, because we're probably coming up on your destination, but
That would make sense. That would make sense.
what's everybody doing when, forward momentum possibly becomes an issue?
I'm making myself some nice tea somewhere quiet to get my
Yeah.
bearings back,
Awesome.
and like shooing away the various like lower level operatives and technicians and things.
There's absolutely a Solarian. Like, they kind of defrosted like IT people first and then medical staff, because like you need to know that the computers are running before the medical staff can be like fully useful, and then like started working their way. But like, yeah, you've got a Solarian assistant who's a bit of a sycophant, or not a Solarian, sorry, a Drell assistant who's a bit of a sycophant. And it's not a Sheru, unless we want it to be a Sheru, who's like got some like technological scanner thing or whatever, and they're waving it in your face, and like, please, like stick out your tongue and rotate it 15 degrees.
No, I am like going through the motions of like steeping my tea and like pouring, like completely not oblivious, but just essentially just bull rushing through this tiny person who's trying to be this fly annoyance to me.
Awesome.
I imagine he's like dodging around me with the scanner and trying to get all this stuff in. Really, this can wait a few moments. I must have my constitutions. It's been a long night.
It's actually been 642 years, ma'am, and I think you'll find that it's very necessary
I am
that we...
aware of how long it has been. You can leave me alone for 1 hour more.
This feels like some kind of a role. I mean,
Coercion.
is it a role, or do we just like have the metaphorical rug yanked out from all of you, right? Like what's the room like where you're like, are you in the med bay or?
Oh no, I decanted and like have my own suite somewhere, right? Like with a full like screen looking out over the void,
Great.
drinking my tea as
Good.
this Drell sort of hovers
Yeah.
and orbits.
I can't wait for all your shit to break.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, no, it's kind of what I'm looking forward to too, right? He's got like I've got like crystal hangings and stuff in the background, and like various artifacts up on stand.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
Let's see your vigilance. Let's see how easily caught off guard you are.
Oh,
And then you can just like leave that pooled in the side for a moment.
Where is your character sheet? You are Ushta. That is really good fan art
I don't
that you
suck at
found, too.
vigilance. Yeah.
I think there's a setback because the Drell, who we're gonna have to name, is just like hovering.
Okay.
Fairly
Yeah.
distracting. And then otherwise
That's
one
fair.
purple, one red.
Okay.
I don't know why I would ever not roll a red.
Black. Okay.
Like just because the chance for despair is too good. I don't know if this seems.
I mean, nominally, it's the die is weighted towards failure instead of strain. That's
Okay.
the only reason.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, you
That's a
see
lot of
something out your port window.
Yeah, I see something out my port window as like we smash into it, the window shatters.
Well,
and
like,
the excursion inside.
You see it first, so you're gonna get to do a thing, but like, I think like a knowledge. You've got like the physicsy knowledge, right?
A little bit of it, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. And then like some biotics in there for flavor. And you succeeded on this, so I think I'm just gonna tell you, like, yeah, it's a thing that should not be with like the scare caps on those things. Like you
Okay.
just from looking at it and like with your literal centuries of astrophysics knowledge, like that's not what a star looks like. There's something like bending this light and it looks like a tendril, and like your ship is on a collision course with whatever this just hideous web of dense matter is.
Okay.
And
I will biotically smash the nearest like comm console
Yeah.
and try to hail the bridge.
Awesome.
Someone, anyone, command. We have, and then I imagine we
Slam.
smash something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who's next? Who's got a little vignette?
So I think my Drell is doing something similar to the one that was trying to give Zach a physical,
Mhm.
but like I'm doing like a patrol trying to look for some sign of Callan.
Okay. Oh, and so you're like in the like the security wing or whatever because he's signed on. Because he's a Turian, so we shouldn't even be on this arc. Like,
Yeah.
awesome.
I think he somehow got himself fitted into the medical wing
Yeah.
because he brought medical supplies.
Oh, it was like an orderly.
Yeah, or like not even just as like maybe some sort of pharmacist or something that was coming along.
Okay. I wonder what it would be to find him. Like vigilance seems like a good thing. Like you're looking out for him, but that's like the you don't see it coming.
Perception.
Perception, yeah. Which you're not terrible at. Or I mean, yeah. You've probably been working at this a while. I think you can actually have just set yourself up the preconditions to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's there, like, he's in the same room, like, two benches across, like, down from you and one across, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like the opposite corner of the room from where you are. But yeah, he's in the room.
Shit. No, I don't even know what I should do. Like, I think my character, the camera goes over to Ashiro, and it's like that one SpongeBob me. It's like, I didn't even think I'd get this far. Like, I have no plan.
Yeah, you've caught the car. What do you do now?
Yeah. I don't know. I think now that I see him, I mean, does he actually seem like he's actually being helpful here? I guess in a way that would change or shake my resolve in
He's
seeing her through.
he's pretty disoriented.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's pretty fresh. Like he's still a little frosty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that his cryopod was perfectly calibrated to like Turian standards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably like a little larger than, you know, the Quarian or whomever was going to be in there just physically. So they like overcompensated and made it a little colder.
He's got like a 200 century crick in his neck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and like drinking like this whatever the dextro DNA version of coffee is, like, and huddling it pretty close, hasn't, like, a bit brusque, but like it makes sense under the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can try perception if you want to like cut deeper into the heart of this and see if like, yeah.
Discipline also involves meditation, right?
It's like stopping yourself from doing the thing, I think. Let me find the exact wording. Knowledge skills, combat skills. Cool. Discipline is your character's ability to focus their mind and quiet their thoughts. Represents maintaining self-mastery and focus. Also uses discipline to overcome fear or terror. In addition, discipline represents your mental fortitude. Finally, in settings with psychic powers, characters may use discipline to control those mental arts. So you're good at being like, no, I'm not actually scared of you.
Mm-hmm. See, I think over the course of signing up for this, being on the Quarian arc has reignited some fire in me that, you know, was kind of starting to burn out at the clinic on the Citadel. I think I'm not sure. See, I'm not sure that she actually wants to carry it out anymore because she has like the word of the agent that contacted her.
Mm-hmm.
But if this guy is actually playing a part here, I think she wants to dial it back and watch some more. And like, if he goes back to his old tricks, like
Sure.
and he plans on screwing over settlers, then she'll continue.
Right.
I think I want to meditate.
Okay. And just like, hey, rage, not right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you tell me, how difficult do you think that would be? And like hard, impossible?
I think it's mostly not just rage, but disappointment that my resolve was shaken at all.
Okay.
Because I still have all the memories and stuff.
Yeah.
And those are kind of taunting me. So I guess kind of trying to do my job, but like keep an eye out at the same time. Like keep that in mind.
Okay.
In a way where I can still perform at my best.
Sure. I mean, you have a lot of discipline. It doesn't make sense to make you roll here because I don't know like what benefits success gets you. Basically, like it can only punish you, and I don't think that's.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's get the medicine check on the person you're helping, who I think is like a Volus. And so, like, you're doing sort of like the indirect measurement because they're in their pressure suit.
Mm-hmm. I have to do a lot of guesstimating.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to add anything?
Let me throw in. I'm trying to figure out actually what goes wrong here. I think maybe it's just a vigilance, actually, again. Just like...
Oh. Okay.
There's something strange, and it's real bad.
Don't look good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can just click vigilance. I've put the difficulty dice in.
Cool.
trying to figure out why. There we go. Yeah. So you get success and advantage. You hear this loudspeaker. It's that Asari that's like just up her own ass.
Yeah, that's why she's an ass. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And like apparently she doesn't know how to like raise just the bridge and like hit like she's doing the equivalent of reply all right now.
Yeah.
So you get this like message through the like ship-wide loudspeaker of like brace for impact.
Okay, so I think upon hearing that, I use my biotics to brace both myself and the Volus that
Okay.
I'm examining.
But definitely not the Turian.
You've got like you've got 5 dice and biotics. Like you could
Yeah.
protect this room.
Yeah. Oh god, that actually sounds really cool. But no, I
Just
think
the
my
two of
main
you?
focus is my main focus is on the Volus because
Okay.
I think he's the only one within reasonable reach of me.
Yeah, I mean you have enough dice here that again it doesn't feel interesting or dramatic to make you roll. I think you just get this.
Wait, what would advantage do if I did use it for a biotic roll?
You would get probably 2 blue dice on this roll, or is it 1 if you're helping yourself?
1 probably.
Okay. So yeah, if
Which
you
would
want to
help
roll
everyone
biotics,
but me.
well, no, so like you're still doing the roll.
Okay. You know what? I will see how that turns out. So,
Okay.
do I have to add anything for the
Nope, I've got it.
advantage? Or... Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, a couple people are a little banged up and bruised. I think, like, I think comically the Volus ends up on top of the Turian. Like, the Volus
Yeah.
that you were helping ends up on top
I
of
think-
Callan.
I think I've pictured him like kind of hanging upside down.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and yeah, it's like the very, excuse me, I'm very apologetic.
It's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
Terribly sorry, everything moved. Yeah. And Callan, like, is helping people up. Like, not shoving people off of himself. Like, he's not cartoon villain. Like,
right.
nothing he's doing deserves a medal, but he's also not being an asshole.
I think like that is making me feel better about my judgment to wait and see how that plays out. Because I think that and the thugs had me characterize him like to a comical degree.
Cool. Finally, where is our resident hacker / rifleman?
Chaos has already erupted in the Quarian defrost chamber, and there are multiple potential suit breaches.
Okay, so
of
like
the Quarians.
impact has occurred.
Well, I was going to say like before that, right? Like you pull these
Okay.
guys out of deep storage,
yeah.
right? And they're like, "Yeah, I'm checking in because my nose is running, and it's never done that before."
Okay, sure.
And like I'm not like a suit repair technician, but I've got a welding tool. So I figure like I've been pressed into service and I'm desperately trying to like help people, or like I was there and like some mid-level manager of a Quarian stepped out of his cryopod and like left his boot up behind or something.
Yeah. Well, and
Right,
it's like there's been like most suits haven't failed, but there's enough that it's like actually a crisis.
Right.
Like it's 1 in 5. Awesome. So mechanics then to help people?
Is it mechanics? Is it medicine? Right?
I mean, which are you doing? Are you fixing the suits, or are you injecting people full of antibiotics? And
well,
what does that mean for the Asari?
Like, I think I think I took my rifle off. Like, I put it down next to me.
Good.
Right. Yeah. And have got like suit repair kits and like the Omni tool and Omni gel and like working feverishly to try to put a stem in this, because it's like I can only imagine how Quarians respond to 20% suit breach
Yeah.
that they're finding out about like now, right?
When like I don't know that there were enough like there's a bunch of Quarians on IT, but like it wasn't enough to reach the like this is going to be a problem and we should like start cracking people out a couple months ahead of time so we can get on top of this. It was like maybe just like by random chance, right? Like the IT was like closer to like 1 in 10 or less. And so like the breadth of this crisis is fully being realized now.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Vince Isel, let's see how
I'm going to roll mechanics.
okay. I think there might be two setback there might be two setback here unless you're particularly like good at cool. Are you good at cool? You're not
I am
good.
trained in cool.
Okay.
I am not I do not have points in cool.
Okay.
But I was wondering if I could use my, because I got an Omni tool, and it doesn't provide any bonuses for this.
Yeah.
You have story points, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But like, it's way more interesting if I fail, and then there's a crisis.
Or if you roll a triumph and weird stuff happens, Mike.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use a player story point.
Okay. And to upgrade your dice and get more yellow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's see what happens. I'm gonna press this button to see what happens. So it didn't actually work.
It looks like it worked. Oh, the upgrade didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So just roll a yellow, and we'll drop one of your successes. Okay. So you get one extra advantage. So you get a null roll.
Wait, I don't get a what was the overall thing?
Well, like above you had you had 3 successes, and so if we just swap one of your 3 successes for that yellow die, which is 1 success, 1 advantage.
Oh wow, yeah, I get it.
So yeah, you've got a null roll, which means like you've made headway like a bit, but not a lot. Like you've helped 2 suits, and there's 2,000 people who need you.
Right. And it's like, it's the daunting, right? Like you finish the task, and like the camera pans up, and like this person's like, oh great, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll go on my way to telephone maintenance and repair. And like the next guy's like, oh yeah, thanks, that's awesome. I'm gonna go do some shoe repair.
Yeah.
I don't know, shoe repair. And then there's just like, there's a daunting task. There's so many people.
Like the camera rotates up a little, so it's not just on you, and like does the forced perspective thing where you just see, like suddenly like that hallway just like pulls out, and you've like get the sort of vertigo feeling of like, oh, there's a lot of people back here.
And there's no one doing triage. It's just, they come out of
like,
cryo sleep and they get up to...
There's like 3 or 4 of you.
Right.
And like you get some priority alert and wave it away. Because like it can't...
Because no.
Yeah. Like this is... like it must be that guy who just ran off to like make the radio call or whatever. You don't need to receive that. And then you get a message that I think only really you might fully grasp the depth of, but it's SAM node offline.
Okay. And do I also get a brace for impact?
No, well, I mean, like I think the brace for impact is the one you shoot away.
What was the other one? Yeah.
Okay. Well, so when I hear SAM node offline, I grab my rifle.
Yeah. Well, and then just like gravity stops being, and like stuff is floating around this medical bay.
There's just a chain of bubble children.
Yeah. I imagine, like the little Quarians and their little like bubbly hamster balls, but like they have some version of like the idiot strings to keep them together when there's a bunch in one spot. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. It's like a preschool. It's a bubble boy preschool.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, what do you do? Like, SAM node offline is just like, oh great, the ship's AI just quit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need AI. AI was a mistake anyways.
That's the other thing is, do you actually know if Sam was AI or not?
I don't.
Okay.
Right? Well, they probably don't tell us.
Yeah.
By design, right?
Who's the Quarian Pathfinder? Who's the Quarian who's okay with having an AI in their brain?
I mean, we're gonna find out,
Yeah.
right?
It's actually a Geth. They built a new one.
Oh no, they made a new Geth model that is just stuffed into a Quarian suit.
Exactly. It's a Quarian. It's a Quarian dressed like a Geth.
I hate everything about that. That's brilliant.
Other way around. Geth dressed as a Quarian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Quarian dressed as a Geth is way funnier than
Yes. I mean, that's Halloween.
exactly. It's like, ooh, I'm a spooky Geth.
No, they do,
And
like,
does this unit have a soul?
They have like a really, really shitty costume attempt, and everyone's like, "Wow, that's so realistic."
Well, there's just
It's not Halloween. It's Geth Fox Day, and you burn the Geth in effigy.
no. So one of your coworkers had like just a flashlight taped to the top of their head as they were waking people up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was it one of my coworkers or was it me?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
You've already shown that once.
Yeah.
So I grab my rifle and I tell like the other 3 tapless techs, like, oh yeah, you need to keep an eye on this. I'll go figure out what's going on.
Okay, and you're gonna like swim or like jetpack or
Right.
whatever.
I'll kick off. I mean, am I cruel or am I just? I mean, how many points in benevolent do I have?
None.
You gave a guy PTSD as a revenge prank.
But that was recklessness, right? It wasn't intentionally bad. So I think I do that again, right? Like I move to kick off down the hallway, and I probably grab a guy in the face by mistake.
Sure. And I mean, like, hey, what the fuck, dude? Like goes
right. It's like, yeah, that's behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Quarians anyway, so they're wearing their suits. So
yeah,
like
fine.
Well, like,
do you pop a seal on somebody as you like pull yourself forward?
Well, I think touching a Quarian is probably like not verboten, but like that's got to be like a thing you've got to get permission for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a thing. You don't just touch an environment suit. Like they're not fragile, but like it's still no.
It's right there. It's environment. It's right in the name.
Yeah. Great. Good. You're all terrible people. I love it. I mean, yeah, like so you're bootling off down the hallway and you're gonna like what's the goal?
So like I get to the first door, right? And I open it, I like overrun the codes as necessary, and I'm like, don't worry, I'll lock you in for your safety or something. And then go through and close the door, like not hearing whatever. And like I need to get to there's like a chain of command.
Okay.
Right. So like
there will be panels to like try to get gravity back online, probably between you and a commanding officer.
Right. Yeah, and I'll probably work on fixing this local area while I connect to the person next up on the chain.
Okay. I think that's if you're IT, you probably have like the access, but I don't know that you have like the authorization. Like you can access any panel and like rip it out of the wall and put it back together again or whatever. Do you have like an admin account that lets you cycle gravity, or is that like higher up the chain than you?
I mean, I think that I do the system admin thing, right? Where, oh, well, I'll just use sudo.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even if I don't have sudo, it's like, all right, well, 1 second I'll add myself to the ring and then retry.
Yep. Awesome.
I'm showing my role computers to hack our own system this early in the game.
I think it's hacking, just like...
Oh, right, there's this thing.
Yeah. Which you're, like, very good at.
Yeah.
Actually, you're just very good at it. Well, no, let's see a roll. I probably saved the drill. I want credit for that. Good.
Off-screen altruism is still altruism. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, there's upgrade and downgrade on the dice pool up at the top, Mike. For whomever's upgrading or downgrading stuff.
Oh, yeah, I see. Nice.
So you can just...
cool.
Yeah.
I've already used one player story point. I probably shouldn't use another one.
Whatever, man. We'll get them back.
There might be... Do Quarians get a thing for dealing with 0 gravity.
Let's look real quick.
I thought there was
Weapons, talents, powers.
Fragile immune system, scavenger's luck. No, I don't see anything.
Because of shot, attack, cloak. Interesting. That is a very, very fine weapon you have, Michael.
Yes, I spent most of my money on it. I'm looking forward to losing it.
Okay. Yeah, let's see a hacking. I mean, you're gonna crush this roll, hopefully.
Scavenger's luck. Once per session is incidental with that. It produces. Nice. Yeah, okay. So I gotta keep that. Gotta add that someplace here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use a story point because I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna force other people to. I'm gonna force the GM to use them and then get them back.
Sure.
Except I didn't hit the upgrade again. It's okay. We rolled a despair regardless.
That seems fine. That seems fine. Yeah.
Here's 1 yellow.
Yeah.
2 success on that. So
Okay. So you get the thing.
yeah,
You turn gravity back on,
absolutely.
and like it's fine. You like when you were in there, you may have had to divert some power from stuff, but I mean they're non-essential systems. You don't understand why they were drawing this much power, anyways.
Right.
Especially when like you and all of your friends and all of the cool people on this ship are already in environment suits. Like,
I mean, Sam doesn't need 2 whole power banks.
well, no, like who needs life support? Like you've got
Right.
a suit for that, right? Just
And everyone already has suits. And the Sari have those cool little blue goatees that they put on when in space.
sure, yeah. So we're gonna cut over to Ushta, and I think your giant window shatters.
I think it does too. Yeah, I absolutely think that happens.
Your
for
big
sure.
giant window shatters.
Yeah, the window goes. As I'm imagining it, like I might not be like straightforward, but I'm like on the forward edge of whatever this
Yeah.
is, right? So I'm coming in, I'm seeing it happen. And do we ever name the Drell that's with me?
We haven't yet. It's
Not
not
that I would
Sosa.
remember.
No,
So
Sunfish.
that's the thing that comes to mind. Yeah.
yeah, so the window smash. We hit the scourge. The window smashes, and like then how soon does gravity go away? How long did that take?
Well, it's only like the Quarian wing of this has lost gravity. It was a fairly localized problem. But the life support thing,
Yeah, no, that's an issue.
that's a more pressing concern.
I will go. I will grab. I imagine we hit, and then like as life support goes down, and all the systems go down, the momentum of the ship then transfers. Suddenly, we like drop the field, drop the flight, and all the stuff in the room starts flying towards the window.
Yeah. Well, and like I'm imagining you grab the Drell, and then just your teacup. And like it was like tungsten or like tungsten carbide or like because you're a
Yeah.
physicist, so it's some fucking nerd metal, right?
And we're never going to be able to replace that out here.
No.
Just never. There's no way. Um,
Isn't it like a tooth that people make knives out of, or is that Star Wars?
That might be Star Wars.
I'm sure it exists.
Whatever. Ignore me.
Or like unless it's like a thresher maw, whatever.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Thresher Maw ivory cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's very Elcor.
I hurled the Threll and grabbed the teacup. No, oh,
Statement. This is more valuable than your short life.
worried outburst. We should get out of here. And then I will like biotically levitate / charge myself to
like-
the exit to my room. Yeah,
So the
with him in
reason
tow.
the reason you call the drill sunfish or think sunfish every time is their name is Soul. And you're just like, oh, what a weird coincidence that they're named after like the human sun. Weird.
That is very strange. We are leaving now, and I will grab him. I can imagine him like grab him like by the scruff of the neck as he's flying forward, right? And then just sort of shift my big Elcor body in this like lazy arc and charge forward to get to the doorway.
Good. Yeah, you use the force, Ushta.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. No, we'll power through the doorway. I imagine with this thing in lockdown, I'm gonna have to like give it a passcode or something to get through.
Thanks, Windows 10, for reminding me that I have updates. Fuck off.
I'll open the door. I'll like drop the sunfish in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I will then close the door like behind me as like
Yeah.
don't actually have any hair, but like my tentacles are like in the wind like this. It closes, and I will immediately be like looking for some sort of communications device to contact IT or someone. Quickly, someone! If there's any activity in the hallway, I will be like,
Well, and like there's
not bellowing,
like
but yeah.
it doesn't take especially long for like oxygen to get at least noticeably low.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I imagine there are cycles when like IT, like there's probably cycles when only Quarians are on IT.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they turn off like 80 or 90% of like the ambient life support. And so like this ship is actually good. Yeah, exactly. The ship is actually good at like powering those things down, which is suddenly like, why would you make a ship that's really good at draining itself of oxygen? That's a questionable design choice.
Well, in case like parts of it you got to turn off because it's shoddy, right? It's just Quarian.
Well, yeah, the Quarians built it with the idea that half of it was going to fail them because this is their experience with ships.
Yeah,
I think we established last game that the Quarians didn't get to provide materials for this ship.
But they've been awake extra cycles in the middle, so they've been like doing these weird modifications on the ship.
Optimizations. I've made a few special modifications.
Yeah, like they added engine noise and stuff because it made them feel more at home.
someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Or leave the knife for onions.
Just the roller coaster you went on there, Michael, was enough to sustain me.
I will drop the drill in the hallway and say, "This way, fish," and then take a very deep breath and hold it, and then begin making my way back towards some semblance of security, keeping an eye out for more of what's going on and trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
Sure.
I feel like that's extra insensitive because we would literally die in water.
I'm not a good person.
No.
/ space alien. Really not.
Space aliens are people too, Zach.
They are. They are.
So Asheru, like the med bay you're in, I'm imagining you held like most things more or less where they are during the impact. The Volus has righted themselves. Callan is actually like pitching in, like not a lot, but like enough not to be a dick. Which like the more you observe them, that seems to sort of be their MO.
Yeah.
Is just like don't be a dick. Be nothing better than that, but just don't be like trend no higher and no lower. And then you get I don't know how like in touch you are with the SAM implant or anything, because you don't have like the fancy one, but everybody's got like the basic tier. And you get like the SAM node offline. A few small crises reported manually throughout the ship, and then like just user admin has disabled life support. Confirm, deny, and then like confirm. So are you sure you're sure? Confirm.
Manual override.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do?
How far am I from the IT room?
I wonder how consolidated the med base would be.
I feel like if the IT have to wake up and then the med bay wakes up like immediately after them, we have some sort of closer relationship with them.
Yeah. That makes sense. So I mean, it's not far. It's like down the hall, take a left, 20 meters, a right turn. You're in like Quarian IT / like the Quarian specialized med bay.
Cool. I'm gonna go over and remind them that there are other people that are not Quarians on this ship.
It's shorter through the vents. God damn it. No, I'm just.
You mean Volus? Volus
Yeah.
have suits too.
I'm imagining like the Volus like running around in vents in their little like pressurized environment suits and just.
The Quarian children broke free of their chain and they're having a race in the hallways.
I mean, is Vince Isel still there? Like, or are you there to be accosted?
Well, I mean, I was. After solving the immediate problem of no gravity, I think I'm probably going up the food chain.
Okay.
So, like, you probably catch me yellow-handed, right? Like, walking away from the problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if I can assume you're IT because you carry around a giant-ass gun.
Maybe that's what I do all the time.
It's long-distance rivet application.
No, it's before, like at your previous job before the Quarian arc, someone would always come up to you and ask you to fix their computer, and you'd be like, "That's fucking hella racist."
I'm in security, can't you tell? I'm a Quarian security specialist.
Just imagining your gun has like in marker written on it, like giant marker scribbled on it, security.
I'm imagining like
uneven letters.
Or like just the word blanket.
This machine runs Cat 5.
I was gonna say this machine kills databases or something.
This machine injects SQL.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, do I notice it fixing itself as I march over?
Which fixing itself?
You notice the gravity. That's going to be about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Probably walk past. Then what was it?
Vince Isel Narcena.
Okay.
It's okay, you can't see me.
I will just you can't see. Gonna walk past Vin, go in and ask about the rest of life support, like oxygen and everything getting back online, because the med bay kind of needs those things.
Didn't you lock that door, Vin?
Yeah.
So
for their safety.
You try to like open the door and it's like beep doop. And the little like hollow screen is red and just cycling at you.
But that's the Quarian wake up room. That's not just IT. So
That's
but like IT was like they're all locked in there. So I mean like you can go check the office nearby and like it's empty.
Since we're not awake yet, please see us at.
Yeah. Well, this is like we've been called away. There's an autoresponder. There's absolutely a VI autoresponder.
Oh, VI maybe, yeah.
Yes, there's a VI autoresponder that's like, "Hi there, you're looking for IT. Unfortunately, we've been called away due to a Quarian emergency."
I've only been programmed for this response and one other.
You know what? I'm gonna call that security officer that I saw walk away. Tell him to open the door.
Oh, it's just that's the Quarian. I'm sure we have a nickname for it.
It's medbay.
That's
defrosting.
Yeah, it's defrosting chamber. You appear to be unfrosted. Blink, blink, but you can't see the blinking through the half faceplate.
Just imagine you said that out loud, like to reassure me.
Yeah, there you go.
So like,
because other species don't understand that. So
been spending time with the Elcor.
I probably start rattling off every single thing that's affected with the medbay, like oxygen, temperature, humidity, just to I don't know, convince him to open the door for me so I can talk to IT.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like an inefficient design, but we'll take a look at that next. Yeah, sure, here. And I unlock the door with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something.
Password.
Yeah, it was just a temporary measure that I put in place in order to make sure that they were safe, so they didn't want. We're having a small containment breach, and you see it's important that Quarians stay safely inside their suits, because when we leave our suits, we get sick and die. And you probably know that because you're a Drell.
Well, and like dressed in like a medical officer uniform too.
Yeah, literally have like some sort of doctor's coat on.
Well, there's like the plus that the Red Cross doesn't let us use on film.
I imagine that I'm blind to that.
Okay, so doors open. I go over to the nearest person who I see after the doors open.
Yeah, someone's like that. I don't know why we were locked in here. Thank you for opening the door.
Welcome.
Sorry, did you say life support was off?
Yes. So, and I start describing that I'm a little more attuned to it than normal people, and I say, like, at the rate it's going, it could get bad.
Yeah. And it's not going to take, like... I think, like, you get, you know, maybe a few sentences in, and you probably, like... Did you give the exact same rundown that you just gave Vin?
Yes.
Okay. Like, inflection for inflection and beat for beat. Yeah, you get like 4 sentences in, and like the Quarian gasps and like runs out to this panel that you saw Vin walking away from.
Yeah.
Vin starts to walk away.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you've left the scene at this point. And they're like typing away, tapping away, and like you hear the like error noise, and then just like error noise, and like Quarian, like, all right, fine, like cracks their knuckles. Like, okay, awesome. And it's gonna take them a little time. Do I make NPCs make rolls? Nah. That doesn't seem interesting. They're working on it. They assure you it won't be long, and they can get to it before it becomes dangerous.
Well, this guy seems a lot more responsive than the guy with the gun, who I assume is now like poking hamster bubbles like with his gun in the hallway. kind of maybe nudging some of the hamster balls back together.
Back into the.
Well, no, like I imagine there's some caretaker that's trying to run around and grab all the loose strands to tie them back, like tie them all back to one link.
Have you seen the there's like a GIF or like a minute-long video or something of someone trying to arrange kittens? And I imagine looking after Quarian kids and their hamster bubbles is that sort of same thing.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think Vin's wandered off to like go talk to someone.
Okay. Since I trust the guy who seemed a little more concerned about the life support stuff than saying inefficient system, and I'm gonna go back and help straighten up everything that fell over in the mid lab. I mean, like I was able to catch a lot of people, but like.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's scuffs and bruises and. And Callan's missing.
I'll remember that for later.
Vin, so you've just been accosted by like this Drell who had problems that weren't relevant to you and yours. But yeah, I'm assuming like you've wandered off to go report into the bridge and wherever your CO is.
Yeah, like I'm concerned and checking in with the food chain, and I'm gonna like try to figure out who Sam is, and why they were drawing so much power and why they were offline.
Okay. Did you ever serve in the military?
Or are you just a wacko with a gun?
Wacko, like.
So
I'm trying to do something that other Quarians don't.
do you treat and or like assume that this is like a military or paramilitary organization? Just because, like,
No,
okay,
no, like not like not like militia cult sort of.
no, but like
More like damn it, all Quarians are tech support across the galaxy. I am going to be into security, and I just happen to be really good at techs as well. But
Okay.
Okay.
just because I wanted to, like, if you like walk up to your like boss, because like the Andromeda Initiative is a private organization and not structured like a military organization, and like if you walked up and like snapped a salute and was like, I have a report or like permission to speak or something, like I wanted to know how like stiff and military formal you were being.
no, like more outside of the Andromeda Initiative Pathfinder, because that's a special word in this initiative.
Yeah. Okay.
But more like, scout slash not experienced guide, but wants to be like
Reconnaissance is like your goal,
right?
and like some
Like-
kind of special tactics and in there with it,
And recon,
Yeah.
something like that. I heard a story once. My favorite story in the Citadel.
God. Yep. How many more references can we cram in here? Anyways,
We got 2 more hours.
yeah, you report into the director of technology on your ship, functionally.
Can I report into the director of like security?
I mean, you're on the ship as IT though.
Am I?
I think I think that's what you were doing last time. Is that's why you were woken up like every so often to do cycles. Is you're on the ship as IT.
Well, like I do IT, but like I'm trying desperately not to. So like maybe my boss is the IT guy, and I've talked to someone else instead.
Your boss is absolutely the director of tech on the ship.
Who's a Volus?
Okay.
I don't know.
And then
Yeah,
the
absolutely funny.
the director of like security, is, I think it's like a badass Asari commando lady. Not half Elcor, but like the rumors can't settle down on like Krogan or like just badass Turian, or like there's a couple hushed rumors of human in there, like the
I was
weird
gonna-
humans who are just like real militaristic.
It's not like a what are those douchey guys with the hair?
Oh, Vorcha.
Vorcha?
Orcha. Yeah.
No, she doesn't exhibit Vorcha tendencies.
She could have sideburns, though. That'd be awesome.
I was gonna say, if she's human, she'd be really young. She'd probably be like 25 or.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a minute, I think. It's been like 60 or 70 years since the first Contact Wars at this point, I think.
No, I mean, like, they left around the events of the first game, and that was like.
I thought it was between 2 and 3. Was when the
Either
ship
way,
left.
that's like a 3-year span, right?
Yes. But like I thought it was
so-
like already 60 years, because like Mom in Mass 1, Mom was like already a naval person. You can have been born spacer.
One of the Rider kids was like the security for.
Oh yeah, the Prothean
Yeah.
dig on Mars, but I thought it was like
That was way before
still
it got
decades
hit.
before. Yeah. Anyways,
That's cool.
I mean, it's real easy to divert us on this podcast in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's badass Asari lady. Carries like the Claymore shotgun. The way you have your rifle on you at all times, this lady has the Krogan shotgun that like is supposed to shatter the limbs of people who aren't Krogan.
The tickler.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Captain? Is that her title?
Director.
Commander? Let's go. Director. Excuse me, Director. I was just I received a security alert about a incident, and I'm reporting it.
yeah, we've run into something. We don't know what the hell it is, but it's wreaked holy havoc on everything. Why do I remember? And like she's trying to staring at you, like trying to figure out who the hell you are. I imagine like your work uniform requisitioned is also like the tech, like the tech sector standard issue uniform.
But I've tied like a ribbon around the thing so it's not so obvious or something.
Yeah, well, it's the big like stripy thing down the side, right?
You're wearing a half cape that covers that up.
Yeah,
on
there
the
you go.
non-rifle side.
Well, I'm a Quarian. I don't have to wear clothes. I have an encounter suit.
That's a good point. And they are supposed to be highly customizable. And yeah. Okay, fair shout. But yeah, she's still trying to figure out.
I try to scratch the side of my head, but can't the Quarians seem to do because of animation. Yes, the Quarian recon defrost section lost power briefly, but that's been dealt with. I lost gravity briefly, but that's been dealt with. What's the plan?
I mean, I think we have to try to get boots on the ground at this point. And like still trying to like place you. But yeah, she's like trying to place you and just like
I don't have any social skills, but I want to like continue talking to like wheedle my way onto the first ship out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that sounds exciting. You know, as a Quarian representative, I could, I'm more than happy to assist in the security of the landing detail. I'm self-sufficient.
I mean, that's great. Thank you for volunteering. Let me take down your name. And she's like, hey, I feel smart. Let me take down your name. Because, I mean, since Sam is down, like, I can't just call up all of the records on you.
Sam normally able to respond with all of your records?
So, I mean, I think you have a vague idea that Sam is, like, a shipboard VI.
Right.
Well, it is, like, an impressive innovation in VI. Like, still shackled, obviously. Why would anybody make an AI? That's just stupid. But, like, almost approaching...
Dangerous. That's just dangerous.
But, like, approaching, like, Star Trek computer levels of usefulness sort of thing. Like very quick to query and has a whole bunch of like predictive algorithms that have all been vetted. And so I mean, like, I think you have sort of like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense that Sam could dig up some of that stuff on me, but like all of it doesn't. So yeah, and she's like, I mean, yeah, since Sam is down, like I don't have everything on you. So who are you again? And
right, I'm Vin.
It's
I'm supposed to laying out my entire title, rank and stuff. Just Vin.
Yeah. She's like, okay, yeah, we can't get through to the hangar right now.
Oh, that's fine. I'll go take care of it and just.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. Awesome.
Bamboozled again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I can't get through to the hangar. You turn and leave, and she's just sort of left, like, pointing at nothing. She's like, that's just fucking weird. And, like, I think, like, goes and actually, like, writes down Vin somewhere, right? Like, just to have, like, the record of it. She can't, query Sam Node right now to figure out who the hell you are.
Note. Siri, sorry, we cannot reach the internet this time.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So, like, yeah, grabs a data pad and just types in, like, Vin weird Quarian ? Ushta, you've got your buddy, and you were stomping off somewhere. Where are you headed?
Yeah. Well, how far do I have to get before, like, normal life support reasserts itself?
I don't know that it's a function of distance so much as, like, time.
Okay.
But yeah, like, it starts, like, it didn't take too long to get out of like to get to better life support than the place that was exposed to vacuum briefly.
Yeah, yeah. No, I will be stomping and like all but bodily dragging my drill pain with me because I know they have bad lungs. I'm a science person.
Well, and he's like asked you to stop a couple times. Like, you can just let me down wherever. It's fine. Please.
And we will stomp. We will stomp. I will continue holding him. Sometimes like partially biotically, but like partially like over, not like terribly dignified manner. And we will stomp to, I guess I would probably feel self-important enough to go check with who's running the at this point.
Okay.
Let's go all the way over to the bridge or wherever I think command structures are.
Yeah.
Just sort of charging through any bodies I see on the way there that don't seem important. Yeah.
The bridge seems reasonable.
Okay.
The captain's there. The Pathfinder conspicuously isn't.
Interesting. Imperious query. What is happening?
And they're like, "Oh God, thank goodness you made it out of there, Ushta. We saw that your chamber had failed. Let's say failed."
At that point, there's a thud and the drill hits the floor because I'm no longer carrying.
Yeah.
No, we were fine. Although much of irreplaceable artifacts were lost. Hopefully, this was not due to pilot error, was it? And I sort of like glanced towards whatever area that people are driving in a
Quarian
non-friendly fashion.
Quarian like shoots a look over their shoulder. Yeah, Quarian shoots a look over their shoulder like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, just not cool.
Do we have a status?
Status is the ship seems to be torn the hell up. We hit some dark energy. I'm really hoping you can tell me more about this stuff, honestly. And like gestures to like the thing you saw a tendril of. There's just coming out of this planet that you thought was a good place. Maybe even specifically you thought way back when was a good place to come land. And like none of that was here. Okay. 600 and change years ago when you like, well, and like the light was 600 years old, so 1200 years ago when you like set out, or like the measurements you took were 1200 years old, and so you set out, and yeah, it's weird.
I will walk over to whatever like view screen is available, and I will like stroke my chin. Thoughtful rumination. This is new and unknown to us. We should study this further before we attempt to maneuver through it. Can we avoid it? I'll turn sort of halfway through the last question.
Well, it's like, I mean, just look at it. We're not on a small vessel. If we could get our Tempest out, I mean, maybe. But I mean, just look at it. It's just a mess out there. It's a tangle of whatever the hell that is. We've sent a couple probes, and they all just fail when they get within 200, 300 meters of it. Parts of the ship impacted it. Like, it's...
How far are we from the intended site?
I mean, close enough that it would be a lot of work to shuttle everybody down. If we could get a vessel going, I'd really, and like the captain's like, I'd really rather like keep the ship together. And I don't think that occurs if we try to pilot it down.
Decisive statement. We should study this, and we should also be studying the local area to see if there are other places that we can put down. We should send a team to get more direct samples from this phenomenon. And like While I'm doing, I'm like sort of like miming, holding some sort of cup in my hand, as though this is
Yeah.
sort of the thinking position, right?
And Soul, like, I think they're kind of just shaken at this point. So which do you want to do first? Do you want to like find other habitable planets that are in like one of 4 Goldilocks zones? They've got a probe queued up in like the tube that launches them, functioning like a torpedo tube. If you want to see if you can like get some readings off of this thing.
Let's have launched a probe before we go attempting direct contact.
Sure. So the pilot's like, yeah, I'll get right on that. Watch how I can fly this thing. Sort of like, let me be helpful and kill you with kindness, hopefully literally. Is like the unspoken intent there.
Okay.
And let's get some kind of a science, like
God.
physical sciences roll out of you.
I'm so good at physical sciences.
I'm going to upgrade this once and give you a point back. Whoop, that was the wrong way. GM sheet. Beep.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. What's my difficulty here? 1.
I think this is probably like 2 purple, 1 red, 1. Well, probably 3 purple and then 1 upgrade.
All right. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I wonder what -1 red dice looks like.
I don't know. That would be really interesting to me. All right. I will roll this and most likely fail. So I'm sitting there stroking my chin with one hand, holding my teacup with the other, holding my phantom teacup with the other one. And okay,
You got there. Yeah.
that's not bad.
I mean, there have been like a few papers way back when on like how to create dark energy, and like things that can be done with its actual like physical manifestation in the universe. But most of it was just like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could like put it in a jet, in like a space jet engine, and like spark that crap up because it's so dense. This is like just a nest, like tendrils of it. And you notice there's like debris wherever sort of like a tendril terminates. But yeah, it seems to have just come out of this planet, just like a swarm of whatever, and spread.
Interesting. And I'm getting this data from the probe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna just bonk you with 1 strain for that threat.
All right, that's fair.
Beep.
That's fair. Interesting. This is a very strange presentation of dark matter.
And there's like a Volus who's like, couldn't be dark matter, that much of it.
Oh, it is, my tiny friend. This is most certainly dark matter. And then I'll say, exasperated sigh. My scientific knowledge is not to be questioned.
I love your shitty character.
And you say that like it seems to be coming off of this planet.
Yeah, like there's some sort of focal point on this planet where it like shot out from, and there's definitely like streamers of it from here to just like beyond your sensor range. Like,
Okay.
you know those vines that like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they seed and then like spread out again. It's similar to that.
Okay. Well, the cloud as a whole seems to be radiating this point on nearby celestial object. We should and I'm trying to think of the words I want to use. We should go investigate. We need, and it's like, and I'll say it out loud, action pose, an away team to investigate the phenomenon and see if it's reversible.
Awesome. Cut to a Sheru.
Just patching people up. I'm unaware that these two are, I don't know, trying to get like kicked off politely to go on the ground team. Like, yeah, I'm just tending to the Volus, straightening. I'm probably trying to do like rapid first aid through like as many people that were in the mid bay as possible.
Okay. Do you want to roll medicine and see how it goes?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think it's too bad. Because, I mean, you did save everybody from all but minor injury. But I am going to use another point so that all of the good stuff is back in y'all's court to use.
Remind me how using one of those works.
So I just took one of your purple dice. I used the point and made it red. I think if you do an upgrade, then it just sets mine back. Effectively.
There are two ways to do it. We can spend the points, and you only get to spend one per regardless. You can spend a point to turn one of your green dice yellow, which is a better die, or turn one of his red dice back into a purple die, which is a less bad die.
It negates the chance of
Despair.
bad stuff, despair, but it prevents triumph.
Okay. I don't think I'll touch that for now, because this isn't really that dire of a situation. I'll just roll it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, everyone gets patched up. The Volus actually had a bit of a sprain or something. Like it might have been like a pre-existing condition that you noticed before, and like the fall exacerbated it. And yeah, you get everybody patched up. It's yeah, everyone's patched up. There is nothing to worry about here. And then I think something comes in over your comms. And just to you, over that SAM implant. And it's the Quarian Pathfinder. And they just say, you're the only person I can reach. SAM node's been cut off. And then just, tell my family I love them or something. Something to that effect.
Oh, good. I'm going to remember that forever.
Oh, and it's the even, flat tone of someone who is very, very shortly about to embrace their death.
Does he give me directions, since he probably knows that I would remember them? On what to do besides telling his family his parting words?
To get, which directions?
I guess. Does he want me to do something other than pass on his final words to his family?
I think
Since
it was.
forget it.
I think it was sabotage.
Oh shit.
Or not. I think it was sabotage, but I think part of this was sabotage. Because no one could have predicted flying into the dark energy, but
yeah, you were saying he was speaking with an even tone. Is this the part where it's no longer even?
Yeah, and it's just I think we've been betrayed by, and then of course cuts to static. And then you get some message tone from Sam, and it's just in that even voice, just unable to complete this call. Reconnecting. Unable to locate Pathfinder Pathfinder Naraya or whatever. Pathfinder of Vesraya. It's the first ship that came to mind in Quarian. But yeah, unable to locate Pathfinder Vesraya. It's not Tally.
Okay. Probably before I leave the Volus, I give him like some exercise suggestions to help him with his strain. And then like whoever I would report to, like in the med bay, or like my director or whoever I feel is like most knowledgeable, like probably not the captain themselves, but
no, probably science.
Yeah.
I think your direct report actually is Ushta.
Jesus.
Ushta, I think, is your direct super, because I mean, Ushta gave you your tour and was like, "Oh yeah, I'll hook you up with your uniform and like SAM implant and everything else."
If she's the head of science, we're fucked. Like.
Correct. I mean, she nailed dark matter. That was a role that, like, statistically, you didn't have a great chance of making.
Nope. Nope.
So she got her role from, like, pure dumb luck.
Yeah, bureaucratic deadpan.
Used to be...
Respect the org chart.
Used to be someone. You know, like, her physics knowledge is, like, 200-300 years out of date, but that doesn't mean it's wrong.
Oh, God. Is it, like, the boss in Agretzico who, like, continues using an abacus?
Yeah, it almost essentially is, yes.
We brought up the fact that Ushta has a space abacus last session.
Oh, and then she was drinking tea earlier. Shit. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, now I know what character I want to use for a touchdown.
Oh my god. Ishiru is Agretsuko. Everything makes sense now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna go find her and tell her that the Pathfinder spoke. Oh yeah, because she doesn't have an implant.
And like, so far as you can tell, like they spoke to you, and they said like they used the words like, for some reason you're the only person I can contact.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go find Usha. Say, something happened to the Pathfinder, and then I go into my trance where.
Oh, and just recount.
Yeah.
Great. So, like, everyone on the bridge hears you.
I don't know. I think I would have caught Ushta alone. I'm not sure that many people want to hang around Ushta.
Yeah, I think after Ushta had her little revelation on the bridge, she would probably be like breaking off to go like get her stuff on to go to the dark matter.
Okay.
So I think we could probably catch each other like in the bay or something, right? Yeah. So you give this revelation to Ushta, and it's just like
something happened to the Pathfinder.
Emotional concern. That sounds horrible. We should alert the others.
I love that you said emotional concern, which means it's genuine, because you weren't just like faux emotional concern.
Well, see, in my head, though, that's what she's doing, right? Like, whenever she says the thing, yeah. Whenever she says the thing, she doesn't actually mean it. She's just, like, playing with the concept, right?
Good.
If the Pathfinder is dead, that means that a lot of people could be in a lot of trouble. But I feel like
I didn't say dead. I said something happened to him.
Quarians are very squishy. I assume that if they were in trouble, it's rare to recover a living Quarian.
I think maybe Ushta was saying that out loud, and like Ishiro actually interrupted. It's like I don't know if he's dead. I didn't say that.
Regardless, we should make the commander, I believe is the way to talk to, aware of the situation. Post haste. Also, you should get some sort of environmental suit on. We're going to the surface.
Right. I think there's like a what, and then like the scene fades to black.
Exactly, like there's a what and there's the hiss of it
Well, no.
happening as
It fades to black, and then we hear Ashura go, "What?" And then I think we cut to Vin, and there's like a bunch of debris blocking this corridor down to the hangar. Like sparking wires. Like there's been a few different sci-fi console explosions in here.
Right, like Vin briefly looks for like another route, and then like looks for like a corridor to like a Jeffries tube to go through instead.
I mean, there's definitely vents.
take the vents.
But it seems
Quarians
like
love vents.
it seems Quarians love vents. They're great in them. It seems like something has like just sheared through like just a chunk of this vessel.
Oh, is there anything missing on the other side, or is it just? Is it space? Can I tell, or is it just like debris chokes the hallway?
I think debris chokes the hallway, and then there actually no, it's probably blast doors. And like if you call up like a schematic of the ship, there is like a section missing.
That's probably a bug.
Not the full hallway, but there has been like a section cut.
Right.
Like a C-shaped object or maybe a U-shaped object.
And like we can't get to the hangar at all because of this.
Well, you could get like if you can open the blast doors and somehow not get pulled out into vacuum. Like there's still enough hallway that you could like sidle along.
Okay. I mean, I don't have the ability to project mass effect fields, so that would be difficult for me. But I do have the ability. I can't create like those little orange floating balls either.
I think hacking does that.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, don't forget that you have that ability to like pull some item out of your pocket and be like, I had this the whole time.
Right. Like grav boots. I activate the grav boots part of my suit. But like, I mean.
Yeah, you can make combat drones, which are just hard light constructs because don't worry about it.
Yeah, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the next blast door up in the corridor behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think like that technician who's just finally undone your life support chicanery is just like, what are you doing this time? Shh.
Excuse me, I need to talk to you about. Yeah, and then I open the blast doors.
Awesome.
I activate my mag boots and I open the blast door.
Yeah. Is this the first time you've been in vacuum?
I mean, yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Reckless, but afraid of a change. So I'm terrified, but super excited to be here.
Right. I think I'm going to hit you with a couple strain because you're terrified.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to roll discipline.
Okay. Also good.
Because I'm not discipled.
Yeah. How scary is this for you?
I've never done it before, and I think that the I think the fear table for that is pretty explicitly like if I'm not in mortal. Well, actually, I am in mortal peril, aren't I?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like it's there is nothing between you and a void except like a thin environment suit that has a 20% chance to have been breached while you were asleep. That was a fun sentence to say.
Yeah, like fear guidelines implies like somewhere between a 2 or a 3. That's just like the 30-second overview. There's actually like a whole table for this.
What page?
So 243 has the fear guidelines, like, but that's for like
oh, like someone casting a spell that makes you afraid or something?
No, for like encountering something horrific on.
Oh, okay.
But like this is one is real short. Like in Star Wars, it's like
facing a situation likely to result in your death.
Yeah, right.
Or danger
then,
that appears imminent and could be mortal.
Right. Both of those are true.
Okay. Which one do you think is true for Vin?
I mean, well, is there any of that black star stuff?
Yeah. There's definitely like it's not nearby.
But if I can see the thing that made the hole in the ship, then
Yes.
that's a 3.
Okay.
Right. If it's just a hole in the ship, that's a 2.
Okay. Well, no, a 2. Like, okay. Yeah. There is definitely some scourge that is like visibly nearby.
All right.
And it's like angry and radiating just darkness.
Do you want to do you set my dice pool or do I can never remember?
I can.
Okay.
And I don't have any points to upgrade. It's the worst.
I mean, I can give you a point. I just don't. I'm gonna give you a point.
Okay. Then I will use it.
I'm playing to type.
This definitely seems like a place where despair is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Discipline. And you were upgraded as well?
Yep.
Click button.
Don't. Oh, there yours is.
I did it right this time.
Nice. Well, good news. No despair.
Well, failure with threat.
I think you freeze. And like you're just like you were okay when it was vacuum. Vacuum you understand. Did you try to like call your drone to like give you a means of locomotion other than your mag boots?
No. I just activated my mag boots, and then I intended to just stomp, right? Because that sounded like something that bad SSRE commando would do.
Yeah. Yeah, you freeze for a second, just staring at this like pillar through the universe of just nothingness. Like it's just a tendril of no. And it's shifting and undulating in ways that just like are not right or good or proper. I'm gonna whap you with some strain. And I think your friend, the other IT person who's like actually compassionate about other people and their existences, has started hacking the blast door that you sealed. And like
that's gonna be unfortunate for them.
And I don't know that you've passed the threshold between the two of them.
No, I don't think so either.
But like the terror has passed. I think you've been standing here for like 15, 20 seconds, and like we get that long shot of just like a heartbeat that we can only hear because you're inside your environment suit.
The sound of the air recycler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the like Vader breathing. Yeah. What'd you do?
I mean, I continue forward.
Okay.
So and you can play this however you want to. Either like the door slides shut behind me, and the guy opens the door on nothingness, or the guy opens the door and gets blown out into space. So whichever you prefer.
I think you get through the door, and it slides shut behind you. That person raises you over like local comms sort of thing. What the hell are you doing? I can't. This is violating so many like safety guidelines, and this is the most dangerous thing. What the hell are you doing? You're going to get yourself killed and others hurt.
No, it's alright. I have mag boots.
I can't let you do this. I can't let you come back in. And like
I'm not
start locking
trying to come back in.
the blast door behind you.
Right, that's fine. I'm going down to the hangar because we lost contact with the hangar. And it's very short-sighted to lock the door behind me because what if there's people that need help?
I mean, I have to prioritize the people that I know are alive.
Okay, well, you know I'm alive.
Essentially, you've just killed yourself. And I can't let you hurt anybody else.
Interesting. All right, well, I'll remember this for next time.
I'm trying to imagine a more callous Vin.
Like, where is the character thing that I'm looking for? Right, like, so my strength is not witty at the moment. It's stoic, I guess. It's like, I mean, you flew out here into the middle of space with literally a fixed number of bodies on the board. But if you want to decrement that because you're a little upset that I walked out and closed the door behind me, then I guess I can't stop you right now. But when I come back and I'm the hero, I'll remember you as the person who tried to put red tape in my way. Thanks, though.
Yeah, and he just, like, sends you basically the bird emoji. And then just, like, good luck. I wish you all the best. Don't get yourself or others killed.
I thought I was dead. Click. Boring conversation anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woohoo, to the hangar.
And then we get, like the long take of you like stomping through space. And like the pillar of nothingness, like we get a couple shots of like you in perspective with it.
Oh, angled away from it?
Yeah.
Because like I'm not gonna ever look at that thing if I can help it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like this close to like the wall as you like sidle along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get to the blast doors across the way. And the dude like has left a message in them, and it's just like, good luck, I guess.
I do the airlock thing. Close the next door. I open this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dog butt.
I thought for sure someone in that conversation was going to say to the other person, well, you're dead to me. Can we take a break in a little bit?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean, right now actually works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be back in 5 minutes because it seems we're between scenes here at this point. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah, see you then. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope you made it through our 5-minute break, and if you didn't, I wish I could have helped you with that. I don't know. This went weird, and I probably should have thought through that line of reasoning better. But we've cleared a semblance of a path through to a hangar. But I'm curious what Ushta and her loyal subordinate Asheru are up to.
Well, we've got to find some spacewalking clothes. Step number 1. Step number 2, we also need to get to the hangar because we're going to space. We're going to the ground side.
Okay.
So
I think maybe at first Ushta just tried giving me the face mask, and then I started listing off every single reason why that was wrong and dumb, because your eyes aren't protected, and just temperature differences. Also, this is an unknown place, and we have no idea what the atmosphere is going to be like.
frustrated, Query. Do you not know how to generate a protective biotic field?
But
Your file says that you are biotic capable, yes?
Yes. But I need to have my mind focused on other things to study the plant life, the temperatures, the humidity, and everything to see if this place is suitable for us to make a base.
I feel like Ushta is about 5 seconds away from the, like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball moment.
I don't want to huck the drill into space to see what happens, but scientific curiosity is a thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I imagine we can find, like...
I also really like the mental image of you being like, yeah, you only need the face shield, and you're already in your full environment suit.
Yeah, I'm like, this should be fine, right? Yeah,
I think there's a point where if at first it was just a face thing, I'm kind of resisting the urge to just let her go on down on ground side with that and just watching the show. I don't know. It's like I'll remember this moment forever.
No, your expertise might be needed. We have no idea. This might be organic in nature. That falls outside my purview. Why we brought you on board. So it's very important that we have you along.
And so I'm thinking that on a bunch of other things that are outside your expertise. I think I grew less and less impressed with you ever since that tour, and every time I run into you in the hallway or I have to make a report and like, holy shit, how did this woman get this position?
There's really, in my head, the only reason she got the position is because you don't turn a matriarch down, right? The sorry matriarch shows up, tells you she's an expert in something. You're like, yeah, come on. Come on
you're
board.
A matron.
Whatever. I tell people I'm a matriarch. Again, my resume is full of exaggerations, clearly. Probably
Quarians can't be, beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly. They needed people on this arc. And we haven't even talked about the fact there's probably... And they just have not...
You cut out... There's probably what?
There's probably Elcor here somewhere.
Yeah.
And we have not addressed them at all. So, no, I imagine like somewhere... Because it's a Quarian arc, right? And like the other species on board, this is all like non-council species, right? So... There have to be Drell-specific spacesuits.
Yeah.
Because the Volus ones aren't going to fit them, the Quarians don't need them, and the Elcor don't have them. And, like, this is... So, we probably have to dig around in, like, some storage closet in the science department to, like, find you a Drell spacesuit.
It sounds like every other NPC we run into is a Drell.
Or Quarian. By far the two most populous groups.
Yeah.
And I mean, like... Asheru, would you would know where they are? Like, I feel like you would be sufficiently organized to, like, eidetic memory aside.
Yeah. I think during the tour, I noticed a bunch of shit she didn't tell me.
Yeah.
And I did my due diligence finding that out. Because I think a lot of it was like, oh, I realized I can't depend on this person whatsoever. Classic management, like useless management.
Yeah, no, well, it's stuff that she didn't need to, so she didn't really care about it, right? Yeah, so let's get you in a spacesuit.
I love how you keep cutting out like halfway into the sentence, like right before
Really?
the most important part of the sentence. It's like, I have no context for what was just said.
I am cutting out? That's
A little bit.
damn it. Okay. Yeah, no, let's go find you a spacesuit. And then we'll make our way down to the dock, which we totally seem to have access to. That's why our not teammate yet went outside.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long to find a Drell spacesuit. They are fairly prevalent once you head to like any sort of place that might conceivably have an airlock. The design of the Ark is meant to dock with how was the name of the thing? The Nexus. And so I mean, like, there's a few airlocks. There's people have to go on like spacewalks to ensure sort of like, you know, any micrometeorite hasn't penetrated sort of like the shields and then the ablative hull. Every so often.
Like, there's the on-ship tram.
Yeah, and I mean that's gonna have like a dozen ports in it. So there's probably like spacesuits where like the seat cushions can be like ripped open and like have a spacesuit in them or something in case of emergency.
I like the idea that you're wearing an emergency spacesuit. You're wearing the seat cushion spacesuit.
It's all wrinkly. It's frankly undignified. How physically large are you for a Drell?
No, I'm not. I'm like a really wiry, slender Drell. I'm maybe 5'7".
Okay. So I mean, like, the thing is like also a little just like awkwardly baggy on you. It's fine. Like,
yeah,
it will keep you dry and it will keep you alive in vacuum. And it's not just a shitty face mask and like a biotic shield that maybe you can hold.
Yeah.
But I just really like the mental image of like Ushta stomping out with like her custom environment tier like spacesuit, and then you're just kind of like, hi, like a little frumpy and wrinkly.
Yeah. That's fine.
Are there like turbo lifts to do the
tram?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we'll get on the tram and make small talk. All of which I will preface with the phrase small talk.
Good.
Are you asking me like how I slept?
I imagine like Asheru, can you roll discipline for me, please?
Sure. I already know what I'm gonna do in terms of reacting, but let's see.
So does this feel like hard to keep like? I just want to know like vaguely how difficult.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I think the issue is, do I not say anything because I'm totally making faces under the mask?
Oh, good.
Well, that totally can't be seen. Like, just exasperated eye rolls and things like that.
So I mean, like, yeah, would you call this like average, hard? Daunting.
I think this is about average for
okay.
my interactions with Ushta thus far.
Okay, so it'll just be 2 purple dice.
Okay.
And you're gonna know this roll.
Can I use a story die?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, I don't know how to do it actually. So.
I will push the button for you.
Okay.
There you go. And I will also push the upgrade button for you.
Hooray.
You okay.
Here we go, discipline.
Wow.
Jesus.
Just happened.
I think all those times where I wanted to say something snarky, something finally comes out.
Yeah. No, we.
You know what? I think it's when she was telling me, you can do a biotic thing, right? And I probably say something like, "Yes, I am perfectly, capable of doing biotics, like with a tone that implies that I haven't been impressed with her level of skill. But it's like otherwise, I'm just sitting there.
And it's like people have told me that I'm even better than Asari.
Yes.
Like reliable people.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I probably say something like, I start talking about how I had scored really high when I was being trained by some, respectable agency that even the Asari probably like.
Yeah. I have a higher midichlorian count.
Yeah, something like
Yes.
that.
We're gonna compare midichlorians.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's like a score that measures how long I can maintain a barrier, and it's like my version of biotic IQ. And it's like, I don't know, something longer than what I assume Ushta can do.
Yeah. Or it's just like, yeah, the Andromeda Initiative in interviewing me told me I was their top biotic.
Yep.
Okay, and that happens, and then like,
yeah.
like Ushta.
So you're like, small talk. Can't you do biotics, you pleb?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, maybe it's something like, "Do you want tutoring?"
You drop that on me, and then like, and then out loud is, feigned dismissive huff, and I'll just turn my back on you.
That's an advantage to me for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Beautiful. I love this system when, like, the dice just do what you need them to do, right?
Sass effect.
Yep.
Yeah. So you get some minor advantage out of this. So I think, yeah, like, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Finally, I fucking said something to her.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's and maybe it like brings like it's one less thing on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh, you know what? So something therapeutic. Maybe she kind of reminded me of an instructor I had in my youth that I never got to talk back to. It's like, this is what that would have felt like.
Yeah. Well, and like some like strict matronly Hanar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who is just like, no, you can't, like, your opinions are null and valid, basically, like, peon, because Drell. And there's definitely a little bit of Ushta in them, or them in Ushta.
Mm-hmm. It was like that one specific Hanar. I thought the rest of them were
fairly enlightened
individuals. Yes.
Definitely not big stupid jellyfish at all.
No. That must have been such a fun line to deliver.
I know.
So I imagine the tram gets to where we're going.
Yeah, I think like there's like it reports some outage, like you punched in hangar and it's like, cool, this is as far as I can get you. Big like question mark between here and there. It'll be like manual override available, but like not recommended.
We should be fine. We have a, and I'll repeat whatever stat you have on board. We should be able to handle any trouble. And I'll just like, while making eye contact, just like mash the button.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can protect myself.
Okay, and now I have to figure out what happens when a tram flies through vacuum into the other chunk of a ship.
Well, there's two options we have here. We can either try to slow it down biotically, or we can try to speed it up.
You start by making a vigilance roll.
Yeah. I think, this is vigilance rolls across the board.
Yes.
So sure, you're gonna get a blue die.
Okay, for the advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also just because, like, you probably don't especially trust Ushta. I'm thinking this is hard.
Okay.
If only because Ushta, like, manual override required, bum. And just like, shove.
As she does that, the Pathfinder's last final words to me echo in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were sabotaged. So far, I'm seeing someone who is kind of sort of fitting that bill.
I mean, accidental sabotage is still sabotage.
Okay, everything set up? Or...
Should be.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, sure, you're not, like, you don't know it's coming, but you also, like, aren't in a bad position when Ushta does whatever Ushta do.
Mm-hmm.
Ushta, you very quickly realize that, like, there's a chunk missing from the ship, and it's not small.
Okay.
It's like, the tram was probably right to warn you. It was probably wrong to let you push a button and do a manual override on, like, send me to the hangar anyways.
Yeah, I like the fact, like, Sam shut down, so Sam didn't have, like, stop me from, like, putting in my credentials and just slamming the button.
I think maybe that's what happens to Asheru, is Sam is just like, no, 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 no.
I think that little warning gets me to, like, brace myself.
Yeah. So Ushta, you see vacuum coming. And again, just like this tendril of, like, dark energy that has just carved open your arc like a fresh Thanksgiving turkey.
So I'm a physical scientist person.
Mm-hmm.
Like velocity.
Yep.
What's our exit velocity at?
Sufficient to get you across this gap where there's no friction.
Yeah, but how long is it going to take, and how hard is the side?
The tram is sealed, so, and you're both in spacesuits, so you don't have to worry about, like, time spent outside of it. You're reminded of, like, a quaint human expression of, it's not the fall that kills you, it's the deceleration at the end.
Okay.
And you're right on course for the hangar, it looks like.
Awesome. Well, I will.
Oh, I forgot I had a point. Damn it, I should have.
That would have been a really good place for despair, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I could bail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd leave the unaware Drell in there, although I'm sure they would catch on very quickly.
I think I'm a little more aware than you are.
I mean,
of what's happening.
Ushta saw this coming.
Demonstrably not true, based on...
I don't know if I just had any time to react to you hitting the button. You immediately just slammed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, like, Superman slow down this thing. Right?
Okay. Sure.
Like, whether I have to get out front and, like, biotic charge at it.
I mean,
motion, or...
you tell me what it looks like.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think so. The tram is the tram open air or is it sealed?
It's sealed.
I'd have to get out. I will look at the look at my companion and heroic statement. Wait here.
Great.
And then, like, open the doors.
No, like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That would have been way better.
Yep.
Yeah. Pop open the doors and then, like, clamber around to the front and then try to stop the damn thing.
God, I love this.
I wish I had popcorn.
I will use my one story point to upgrade the difficulty of this check.
What is the starting difficulty of this?
I think the starting difficulty of this check is probably 4. I don't... Maybe it's 5? 5 seems cruel this early. On the other hand, you did, like, tee this up for yourself.
Yeah, no, this is entirely my fault, like 100%.
Yeah.
There were multiple points where turning back was an option.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and use one myself
Okay.
to upgrade.
Okay. And yeah, it's
I'm
5.
using biotics and not like my strength score.
Yes. Yes, I'm assuming you were using biotics.
Oh, this is not going to go well. Yes!
What?
Yes! I'm so good at this.
Wow.
So good.
Did she get
Goodness.
injured?
Yeah, I think that those. I'm riding the front of a speeding tram car into a spaceship.
So
I feel like those threat are going to be used pretty uncool fashion.
you have 5 fucking soak.
I do. I soak hard.
I mean, yeah, it's like I think this is going to hurt, like physically, and also it's going to like drain. So I think it's like 1 wounds and 2 strain.
Okay.
And the wound is like you are being compressed by a train.
Yeah. So I'm in my mind with those successes, right? Like we still make it across.
Yep.
And then I imagine I like land in the
hangar
bay and like guide the thing around as it like screeches on the bay floor.
Yeah.
Very Superman style.
Well, like
essentially.
you're under like the bow of the Tempest, like this giant cantilevered ship that like really shouldn't be able to balance the way it does unless it has just like a very thick booty, apparently.
Yeah, and we screech. There's sparks and screeching, and I imagine the lights in the hangar probably like there's probably a bunch of lights, like collision stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we screech to a stop, and the whole time I'm maintaining eye contact with Drell. The whole time.
Yeah. There's some part of you that's like, that's actually an impressive like display of biotics, and also incredibly stupid that you would have to like concoct a scenario in which you display.
I'll just chalk it up to her being insecure about the score thing.
Vin, you see a tram streak past you. Or like hear a tram streak past you.
Right?
Yeah.
Because by God, they're not going to get there first.
Well, like, I think you might be in the hangar when, like, this shuddering impact occurs. And then, I'm guessing the hangar's probably, like, reinforced with shields so that if a vacuum does occur, there are ways to keep it from being immediately problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, I'll check to make sure, like, I assumed that it was another...
Yeah. I mean, like, it's pretty clearly a tram. How's your vigilance?
You know, I didn't spend any experience of critting my skills.
Okay. Good. I just wanted...
2 green dice.
I thought you were security, not IT.
Yeah.
I'm really not good at either.
Aspirationally security. Let's remember that.
Okay.
Right,
aspirationally security.
Like I know a lot of folks that like will do security while they're getting their IT like degrees or whatever. This is the other way around.
Okay.
You're running cables while you're getting your security degree.
Right, I don't have a license for this gun.
Yeah.
But where we're going, they don't have licenses anyway.
Right.
So.
I'm gonna say this is there's 2 setback from train suddenly entering room, and then it's a
train appears.
Yeah, and then it's a naturally hard, so like 3 purple to figure out who else is in this hangar.
I'm gonna use a story point.
Okay. Ooh, I have 2 now.
It's too bad the train won't go by my house for this session. Could have desperately used the sound effects.
We should get a soundboard for train.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Do we hit him?
No. It's just there's like suddenly there's a train, a shuddering impact. There's an Asari like on the front of it, guiding it into the hangar. None of this makes any goddamn sense. What is up with these weird biotic folk? That's just like, and also they're just like, you got here first.
Right, but with my 2 advantage, first of all, I was here first.
Yeah.
And second of all, like, have you considered walking as opposed to crippling more of our infrastructure?
Yeah.
I know that this doesn't occur to you, certain species that always have the best of everything and has never lived on a dilapidated ship that's falling apart. But congratulations, you do now.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you totally...
Sass effect, yeah. That's what I spend my 2 advantage on. So.
Awesome. You totally miss, the other people in the room.
Hopefully they don't attack us.
I think part of your advantage might also be they don't notice you for all of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, the train.
Yeah. So I mean, do you go over and chew out the train people, or?
Well, I mean, to be perfectly frank, one of them is slowing a train car with biotics. Mm-hmm. So I think I make snarky comments from a safe distance.
Fair.
Like through your infiltrator white noise generator, right?
Right, like perhaps I've already triggered my stealth suit and then make comments.
Maybe your mask, like the glass portion, has like some interface where you can draw on it, like, and you doodle something over Ushta, like telling her off in some way.
Or I mean, you just like send them one of those like Bluetooth range messages. I'm just like, we could have used that.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I get that, I will be like dropping the reinforcement bar from the tram that has been like separated now, just like dropping it on the floor. Come, science friend, it is time to go.
Come, science.
3 other people are in this room with you.
Oh no.
One of them is of interest to one of you. One of them is of interest to another one of you. The last one's an Elcor.
Cut out on the second one.
So one of them is of interest to one of you.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is of interest to another one of you. And the last one's an Elcor. I think Sosa, who's the Drell, who now forever has a memory of drowning in their cryotube. Yeah. It's like, that you, Vin? You should come out, and like has a pipe or something. Callan puts a hand on Sosa's shoulder and says, "No, like this isn't what we're doing. Stop it. Bad." And the Elcor is just standing there imposing.
Immediately when I see somebody swinging a pipe,
just
clutching it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I imagine like I still have biotic Ezo Corona going on, so I will turn it their direction and say something like threatening glare.
Uh-huh.
What are you folks?
Not driving a train through the wall.
Exactly. I say like with the backing of like the partially on train. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not driving trains through the wall, that's for damn sure.
The method seemed effective to me.
It's worked 100% of the time, fuckwit.
That's right. Yeah, and I will just like walk past them if they don't have anything like intelligent or important to say. And, like start doing the fire up sequence.
It looks like they've been prepping the Tempest for launch.
Excellent. Are you coming groundside?
Sure.
And I'll specifically like look across them at the Elcor.
Yeah. Sure. Callan's like, yeah, definitely.
I need to know what sneak to roll for me to sneak behind them onto the ship before they get there.
Probably hack if you're using hack to turn on tac cloak. Otherwise, it's stealth. And
I'm gonna use hack to turn on tactical cloak.
Okay.
My augment to average difficulty hacking check.
Cool. Let me reset all these dice. There you go.
So
should I use my upgrade for this? Because I could upgrade it to perfect camouflage, which gets me what exactly?
That is a good question.
Oh, that's +2 difficulty.
And becomes nearly invisible.
Yeah.
Wow. Opponents who cannot detect you through alternative means immediately disengage and may not enter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But can I succeed on 4 purple? Let's find out.
I believe you mean 3 purple and 1 red.
Think that you mean
actually
2 yellow, 2 green versus 3 purple and a red.
Okay. I like how we just been pushing this poker chip back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
Like this is.
Oh hell yes!
Oh yeah.
I actually had to look up what that symbol was.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Circle star. The fuck is a circle star?
Circle star is a triumph, Michael.
I didn't update. It should have been 4 purple. Oh well.
Let's roll 3 more purple.
You still get the triumph regardless.
4 total. So you want to?
Oh right, sorry, 2. Yeah, it's only 2 threat.
Cool. All right. So I guess I take strain or stress or something.
Yeah, I mean it's. They got to the hangar before you. How dare they?
Well, and also they're threatening people. That's not like a normal thing.
You specifically.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, no one notices you. You are wherever the hell you want to be on the Tempest, invisible. And yeah, Sosa seems to be way more violent than he has been in previous situations, and you don't know what the hell the 3 of them are doing here.
And also, this is my first chance to really, maybe it's my first chance to really utilize a lot of the things I've been studying in security guard college.
Yeah, yeah, and
Are you taking an online course?
I think I'm taking I've got a VI that's teaching me combat skills.
University of Palaven.
No, it's the VI is Paul Blart.
Jesus. Paul Blart,
I take it super seriously.
Yeah.
It's like a Turian Paul Blart, so it's just a really
it's an Elcor Paul Blart.
Oh,
Volus.
Wow. Statements.
It's a Volus on a Segway.
Take you with more authority.
So, yeah.
The Elcor are beautiful artists.
Yeah. Just play the Volus.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lock them out.
Okay.
I'm gonna let whatever's going on outside continue while I prevent them from getting onto the Tempest. Except for these cool biotic people, they seem fine.
I mean, it sounds like Ushta just invited them on.
Yeah.
Part of the triumph. So yeah, you can be wherever the hell you want on the Tempest. If you want to lock everyone else out, cool. But you don't remember Callan from any of the security stuff, and that was a pistol on his hip. And I mean, just an Elcor is an Elcor, right? They can biotic throw down.
No.
Can I partially use my triumph to make an over there sound?
Oh,
and throw a noisemaker in the far corner for them to go check out.
A drown.
Yeah.
to like change the positioning. Because I'm imagining, the ship's here. I have sneaky boyed onto it, and then there's the gang of thugs in front of my face here, and then we have our biotic friends. So I just wanted to.
Okay, and so they're like, wait, but that was like, do we have even more people or? Yeah, I mean, you can, yeah, you got a Triumph. You can push them wherever the hell you want them.
Okay, I relocate them.
Okay. Ushta, these three gentle beings seem to be ignoring you at this point.
Imperious cough. You, tech person.
So,
Prep
like,
the vehicle.
Yeah, they're not paying attention to you. Also, one of them has a pistol on his hip. Sure. You're inside a tram in the hangar. And Ushta just seems to be shanghaiing anybody who crosses her field of vision into this away team.
You know what? I think, I don't know, I'm giving some impression, like dusting myself off. I'm not really respectful towards her, which is only obvious to the three other people. I don't really think very highly of her.
Sure.
And I'm probably doing like some sort of conscience. I am noticing that Callan is there with the pistol, and I'm frowning, and I'm kind of playing like who could the traitor be in my head, because Usha can't be trusted anymore. Because I mean, who could it have been that the Pathfinder was trying to warn me specifically about?
Well, and there's been a couple of like weird tech occurrences in this room, right? Like there's been a drone in the corner, and like your like near field communication devices have like basically been like, hey, maybe fuck off with the blowing up of things.
Yeah. I mean, another thing is, with me not really trusting Rushta, is she is immediately trying to get Callan into the mission, and I already have past history of thinking he might be bad, but she seems pretty okay with that, and she did some really reckless stuff. And I'm not maybe Callan got onto the ship because people like her lie on their resumes.
Sure. So what do you do?
I'm gonna go with them because, again, finding out for myself, and I don't really know who I can trust since the authority figure that I was in contact with is potentially compromised.
Okay, sure. So I mean, yeah, there's like a little drone. I think it's like just like it squawks every so often. And Callan's like, it's nothing. Just leave it alone. Let's get, and like notices you and just like those supplies off the ship.
Wait, off? No, on. We're leaving.
There's medical supplies on there. We need to go help people.
I'm probably just like waiting for Ish to like either buckle down and try to take command like she has been in every interaction I've seen with her so far, or I don't know, the jig is up sort of thing.
This mission is of the utmost importance. We need the ship moving again. Those supplies are on the Tempest. Why are there supplies on the Tempest?
In case we needed to go somewhere, or in case we went somewhere and then needed supplies when we got there.
That seems like an excellent reason to keep them on board. Quickly, everyone, to the ship.
But there's Volus who need help back in the med bay. He lies to you, lying.
Yeah, I've already taken care of that. I probably like start reciting every single thing I did with the Volus in the med bay. Like, they're taken care of and they're recovering.
He's like, and there might be others. Did you get everyone? I hear there was something wrong with the Quarians. And he, like, elbows Sosa. And Sosa's like, yeah, the Quarians need help. Lyingly.
Oh god, I'm waiting for the Elcor to give it away.
Believe me, the best and brightest in the ship are already seeing to those needs. We have other duties.
I text these two biotics, like, hey, these people have a gun. They're not supposed to have guns. They're clearly trying to hijack the ship. Would you please take 3 steps backwards so I can close the door and you're on board?
Yeah, okay.
Ushta doesn't have, like, communicator.
You'd have an implant,
Omnitool.
but you don't have the Omni tool, but you would have the implant.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This is Sam.
Yeah.
Just take us to 3 steps backwards. I'm just doing this.
I'm gonna look straight at the one with the gun and say, trying to come up with the algorithm for this, like sneaky subterfuge, and take a step back.
The other Elcor is just like audible gasp.
I was really hoping the other Elcor would be like, we don't actually have to do that.
Yeah. Well, no, but like he's shitting you, right? Like, why the fuck isn't this already doing my thing?
Sorry,
Yeah.
all about appropriation.
Like you get pulled up the grav lift or whatever. I think it's just stairs. Like, I think it's just a hatch. So yeah, the hatch closes, pulls you in. It's not like safe or comfortable, because I'm imagining that that Vin has rigged it to be like, okay, this goes shut now. Yeah, those 3 are functionally stuck outside of the ship, and like you hear muffled voices be like, well, now what the hell are we supposed to do? We need to get the hell out of here. Like, these idiots clearly don't know what's going on. Do any of the 3 of you know how to fly a ship?
Totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow! Awesome.
Finn is reckless.
I know.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I will tell them that I know how to fly this ship.
Good.
I have one green die in piloting.
Mm-hmm.
Totally do that if no one stops me. So
I have 3 green dice. I'm totally better qualified.
yeah. So we get up the turbo lifts, and then it's all mildly aggressive query. Hello.
Oh, hi. And like I forget to turn off the cloak.
You still forget to turn off the cloak?
Well, no, like I'm in the pilot seat prepping for launch, and then I remember to turn off the cloak. It's like, oh, sorry about that. I was it's like it's some advanced, it's an advanced tactic that I learned. I studied it. It seems to the practical applications of this are like pretty much limited to sneaking by people, but it still seemed pretty useful.
Learned it on the online course.
Yeah, but I don't share that.
You know.
Like emergency induction port, I might tell you, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Great. Wonderful. I mean, yeah.
Excellent. Take us away, Tech Minion.
So I just gotta prove to this guy that I'm still alive, and then we'll go.
Say what now?
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm not dead.
Oh, and like you're sending this message to the other.
Right, like I'm like taking the equivalent of a selfie
Mm-hmm.
to send to that guy.
God.
Yeah, look, and there's people that I'm rescuing right now.
Oh my god. Just There's something
ima-
with you piloting.
Well,
It's not like
I
the arm
spawn-
isn't there because it's
I
a
spawned
drone.
the combat unit, right? To go out there, and I'm like,
I imagine you're also sending one of you like quantum communicator back to the Milky Way, just so they can tell the VI that you.
well, that's
Like,
that's the reason communication is so slow. We forgot to turn off our Apple Sync.
Yeah.
And all the images are just being backed up to the Milky Way.
It's like 2 bits at a time
Mm-hmm.
because QEC isn't quick.
But yeah, like I have no idea what to do with the ship off the ground because it's not like I can land it anywhere else. Oh, you know what I do? I call up the Asari who I don't work for that I'm just,
Okay.
you know, hey, I got to the hangar.
Vin? What the?
Yeah.
Okay. How
You told me
clear is
to,
the
right? I'm
path?
following orders. Not like part of the ship was torn off, so I had to go.
Oh, that's
I
gonna
believe
take
the term
forever
they
to
use is
fix.
extravehicular, EV.
What? You went into?
I was in space. It was kind of terrifying, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I got over it after a few minutes, and there were people looting the ship.
Do you know what the
So-
hell? What looters? What happened to my tram?
I'm gonna transfer you to the Asari
I'm gonna transfer to my manager.
who called me. I'm not gonna share that. It's not important. The point is, I helped people. Here's the Asari.
What's this person's name? Have we determined that?
I haven't. Oop, I just banged. the
That's a great
microphone.
sound. I love it.
That was an amazing sound. Actually,
It's like the opening of the mariachi of like Desperado.
Interesting.
Oh yes, Commander. The tram malfunctioned on our way here. You should send some people to retrieve it. Also, there were some ne'er-do-wells in the hangar that should probably be dealt with. We will be forwarding you their images shortly, and I'll like sort of be motioning to one of these two people to do the thing, right? Just like my motion for minion do thing, and hoping somebody picks up on it.
Malfunctioned how? It's in the hangar? It's in the hangar. The hangar that is through vacuum.
It was a not insignificant malfunction, but no one was hurt, and I believe it was a learning experience. Really, everyone is fine. We are about to go investigate the dark matter. Mission standard.
And like she pinches the bridge of her nose and she's just like, I mean,
Her head tails are like going in like frustration and anger.
yeah. Well, I think they're just like knotted tight at the back of her skull. So what's your rank? Like, are you also director of science here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She's like,
So infuriating.
she's like, I guess if those are the captain's orders, then good luck. We're really gonna need that Tempest. Make sure nothing happens to it. Yeah. Good luck.
Unreassuring response. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's about what I expected out of you. Thanks for confirming everything I already knew. Over and out.
No, it's okay. I wanted to double check with you to see what my next what I should do next. Orders.
I listened to the.
Away, Tech Minion.
Yeah, I
I'm
cannot in
discerning
good
now.
conscience. I cannot in good conscience ask you to follow a madwoman, and like she still knows you can hear her. She is an incredibly exasperated individual at this point. I cannot in good conscience ask you to follow a madwoman.
I mean, she can follow me. He said, with all of the personal magnetism and leadership responsibilities of a Hanhar.
Yeah. I think at this point she's just like, I really need a drink.
What happened
Actually,
today?
I think
crashed and
I think
lost
she's gonna
the
be like,
Tempest.
just don't go anywhere with that. Like we need a pilot to get there And to do that, we're going to need to repair that hallway. And to do that, we're going to need your help as a technician to repair that hallway. Please don't fly that Tempest anywhere.
Jesus, this is why we never found the Quarian Ark.
Wheels up, tech minion. Away.
Oh, I've put Mike in a hell of a spot.
Forward glass point.
Yeah, we got it. It's all right. Understood. Thank you.
Driving through a tunnel, can't hear you.
Sure. Hey, why my VI's got to have a nickname? What's the Seraphim? Make loud noises.
Great.
I mean, no, I don't know. Is this a good place to stop for the week? Because I have no idea how to respond to that.
Yeah, I was going to get you to make the piloting roll, and then.
Okay, I'll roll
actually,
piloting.
I was going to see if Asheru wanted to do anything, and then get you to make the piloting roll.
I don't know. I mean, if I was kind of half expecting the three of them to start attacking us when the hatch started to close,
Yeah.
but they didn't. So it's like, oh God, why am I stuck here? Oh my God, all of my family and friends are dead. And
They have a pipe and a pistol, and you're in a vehicle. Like I think they know that like the jig is fairly up at this point, and they're just gonna find other supplies to raid in the hangar.
I mean, other than that, when Ushta was talking about transferring images, and we can't really do that, I probably give like a detailed physical description of all three perpetrators.
Okay. Okay. You could open the hatch and go interlope if you wanted to.
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to see if the Quarian will run them over.
Fair. Or just like open the hatch
Mm-hmm.
and let more air out. Okay. I don't think that the three looters realized that you are actually serious about leaving.
Yeah.
They're about to.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see a piloting check. And I'm going to upgrade the difficulty out of this.
Don't worry, I'm going to use a player point.
Neat.
Our last.
Fine. We're only running with like half of a skeleton crew.
How many times can I upgrade things?
Once.
I think it's just once.
Aw.
I mean, you can declare the difficulty whatever you want.
Yes.
Yeah,
But you can plot
say
point
it's
it up
red.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not going to be a simple check. I think I might let it ride at 4. I think I'm going to let it ride at 4.
Okay, can I aim with piloting?
Is anyone helping you?
Is Sam helping any of us?
Yeah, I haven't flown this model of Tempest before. If someone would like to be a co-pilot, that would be great. The ship's VI is non-functional currently because I turned it off because I don't trust AIs. But yeah, if one of you wants to help with roll and pitch and yaw.
The only thing I'm doing is standing at this glass like
It was perfect. The only thing I'm doing is
That's
standing at this glass and...
I'm leadershiping the fuck out of this.
Do you want to roll leadership?
Sure.
Awesome.
I'm awesome at leadership. I'm the best.
I bet you are. I will upgrade this then.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Definitely a stable genius.
2 or 3. Probably 2.
Okay.
People seem to be falling in line behind you.
It's true. It's really weird how that's happened.
Yeah. Yeah, you were somehow able, like, I think you've had a day. I think you've had a day, and enough people are being, like, dismissive of you. That lady just called you a madwoman, and you could hear her. Like, I think you've had it up to here. You're mad as hell, and you're not going to take it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm pointing at the glass and I'm willing us forward.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you, Hanger. We're gonna take the doors off on the way out.
Yeah. Okay. I've inflicted another 3 strain on you.
Yes, I love strain.
Oh, thank God! I thought for sure you were gonna roll the setback forward.
Oh, that's a better idea. Thanks, Mike.
That's way better, actually.
I
Yeah.
imagined while it's just like, deciding she's fed up, Twisted Sister starts playing.
Yeah.
All right, is it twisted? Now a Soul Sister is stuck in my head because that's the
We're not gonna
podcast.
take it.
Awesome. So I've given you 1 boost and 1 setback from.
Hooray!
There's threat, but also the success. Is
Are
it
you still upgrading my
absolutely? I am.
Okay.
I will use the second point.
Play the piloting's not something I have skills in, but I'm naturally agile. Oh, hey, that's 3 failures, a threat, and a despair.
The campaign ends now, right? we fly out the thing. We get caught in the scourge. We get exploded, and they're like, "Well, fuck, that didn't work." And we should never try again.
This is why nobody ever finds the Quarian Ark, because fuck, we're all dead.
the
There's
best
nothing left
time
to
to
find.
roll a total. Like, we should screen share that and share it with everyone we've ever played a Genesys system with.
So
Oh god.
I want to point out that across 4 positive dice, you rolled 3 total symbols.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 of the things you rolled are just blank.
Like, you all remember that amazing roll.
Is that too many purple? I think that's too
You
many
tell
purple.
me. That was so many purple.
That's
Yeah.
all purple.
Why was that many purple?
That was 5 purple? I don't know.
5 purple and a red? That seems like a lot.
He says no.
Yeah.
Because I've got 1 black, 4 purple, and 1 upgrade in there.
Sure, but let's
Yes.
talk about the lack of success
Yes.
that I
Right, no, you still fail. If
It
we,
still happens.
if we drop the last 2, you get 2 fails and a despair.
There's not a material change.
No.
Right.
No one takes strain.
I take 1 strain because of the threat from the setback die.
If we drop the last 2 purple, though, you've got 2 advantage. So, like, if we
Sure
drop
enough.
the
Yeah,
last 2
yeah,
purples,
okay,
it's just
okay,
2
okay.
fail and a despair.
Can I pitch?
Yeah.
Can I pitch? All right. So we already covered that the tram car wound up sort of under, right?
Mhm.
So we go lift off, we go take forward, and no actual piloting skill. Just piloting a craft he's never piloted before with the VI turned on.
Mhm.
Smashes into the tram. The whole thing careens over. The Tempest is out of commission until we get somebody who actually knows what they're doing to come in and fix it.
Mhm.
And the whole concept has changed now.
Yeah.
We can't go to the surface because the Tempest is busted.
Mhm.
We're still into the hangar with those people.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a despair. It
Yeah.
changes things.
Yeah. No, it's you tried to leave and just, or I mean, who knows? Maybe the Tempest was tampered with.
Ooh, maybe.
Ooh. That's
That's
way
fine.
better than I crashed horribly.
We're definitely gonna blame it on sabotage.
Listen, all y'all, it's the sabotage.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay.
Sabotage in the Quarian Ark was a group effort.
Tempest
Everyone's fucking
out
traitor.
of commission.
Either on purpose or otherwise.
Looters in the hangar.
They're just sleeper agents.
Oh, that's dark.
Deep sleeper agents.
It's like,
We're all about to leave, and then suddenly, assuming control.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, maybe that's how the next despair goes. Who knows? Assuming
3 in a
direct
row.
control.
God, only Elcor is the one carrying the Reaper.
There's an Elcor collector.
Yeah.
A collected Elcor. Great.
His eyes turn yellow.
Yeah. Treasonous
Water
activity
beetle sign.
voice. Assuming direct control. Great. All right. But on that note, that'll be it for us this session. We've been That D&D Podcast, and this has been a glorious train wreck.
Why won't the train come by?
Get it?
The one night.
It's also been a plane wreck.
I'm gonna title this session "Failure to Launch." Just FYI.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Also, you got to end on a Mass Effect pun if somebody wants to like.
I should go. But yeah, we've been That D&D Podcast. We're at That D&D Podcast on basically every social media. We stream this stuff live on Twitch, and if you like us, we have a Patreon wherein we accept money thrown in otherwise.
You
Good
should
night,
have dropped
everybody.
by and tell us that this is your favorite stream on the Twitch.
On the Twitchadel. We got there. All right. Good night,
Pain
everybody.
size.
There was some setback on that roll.
God damn it, Michael.